make that little bit of health go a hell of a long way. I'm going to say that's mostly because of... Oh, yeah. So, I think he's probably aiming for quads. Yeah. But, they had a high chance of getting a kill with any of their grenades on the retake, so... A couple of small mistakes there by Heroic, and they're going to be kicking themselves when they learn about the health situation on OG. But look at this, 4 buys in a row here for Heroic.
Yeah. They've got the money. Wow. They also saved the double ops from the last one, so really all they bought was the MP9, the A1S.
Got a really aggressive T-side game plan in the beginning of the round to swing out mid like this. You had Alexi fly out mid, and when you do that, you're opening yourself up to get off from the CT side if there's any kind of peek that way, so it's kind of a gamble. Something you do based on the team you're playing, not just every game. But
decoys.
What's that?
There's decoys.
Those are called Heroic players.
Oh my god.
Just kidding, man.
Okay, bro. Okay, bro. I didn't know OG had hired an official cheerleader.
Well, probably hard to read another buy, right? Four buys in a row. I mean, this is so good from Heroic to make the money go this far.
Ooh, shot.
They get top banana. We've seen them go right into the exec from here, but there's 3 CTs again.
Fire at the feet of Flames. Down he goes. Down. Gonna hit the follow-up. Desert Eagle from Tesses. And he peeks right back into the wallbang headshot, but sounds off Sings. And Valda falls down into the oranges. Wide out he goes. And now he's got 2 more to take. A 1v4 attempt from Valda. Comes off of the plant. Smoke begins to fade. Peeks back.
Oh my
got
god.
a third.
Wait, he's open now to CT. Oh, Shush comes in late. He's thinking for sure it's going to be banana. Man, that should not have been close at all. They ran right into 3 people. It was a really bad exec from OG. They just decided to jump through off of top banana control, catch a timing, but literally Heroic are ready with 3 for a round that they just saw already. Valda makes it hella expensive off of these kills, and that's Heroic managing 4 buys in a row.
Yeah.
Spending all of their money. They won't be able to afford an... Oh, they actually do. They actually can get an op again. Oh my god. Guys have done so well to be able to pull this off economically.
Buying on a budget, that's for sure.
That was such a messy round from OG. But it's terrifying. You know, you feel like you can't even hold a grenade out on CT side if a team is going to do that to you. I think it's important to threaten sometimes, but...
Smoke just landed on a balcony. Refresh going to play right next to it. He's got Shush down in the pit. Shush just left. Refresh, he's body blocking them. Flames is now inside the pit as Shush comes back. And Refresh, dude, they just got lost in the smokes.
That was a little bit weird. There's still one on the site here in Tessis. He only has the MP9, but there's still lots of time for OG to work the site slowly.
Ooh, insta-dink from Flames. He just jumps up.
All right. Now that
deletes Tessis.
That was also that was messy from Heroic.
Shush left the pit through the smoke to Graveyard and then walked back in.
Yeah. I think he might have got blind. That's the only way I could assume that you do that. But typically you don't want... You can always step into a smoke to buy yourself 15 seconds. Yeah. But on a CT setup where you need to help your teammate and also cover a lane or a certain choke point, if you step into a smoke, it should be like a total emergency play. Now, the only thing that might have made the difference there is OG threw great flashes. I'm not exactly sure where they landed, but both Heroic players got caught off. One in the smoke on the balcony, not even fully covered by it, and Shush just saying, like, what the hell? I can't do anything right now. I've got to hide.
It's just a smoky nightclub. Bodies bouncing.
Maybe that's why they're keeping it simple. This is such a, like, stylistically, so similar in that regard. Heroic are a very explosive team as well. But no, he wasn't blind.
Flames is. Shush just thinks that pit's still clear.
Yeah.
Maybe Refresh hadn't called that one had gotten through because he was still body blocking a couple.
I mean, it's not... Yeah, they know they're there.
Weird one, man.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Just good for... That was good from Flamesy to just make that much space. I'm just like, this is my final destination. I have pit control. Like, if we have more players on the site, I can chill here, make sure we can't get killed from here, and all these angles are open from pit into the site as well.
Well, finally, Heroic.
You know, maybe it's been such a messy game just because of how important this game is for both teams. Like, we're seeing some crazy stuff happen already.
Two players, missed shot, easy double. Nico and Flamesy able to pick it up, and they're going to just try to apply a bunch of pressure through the apps. Refresh, same position, lesser weaponry, and Flamesy's just not stopping, man, clearing everything with rambunctiousness. He throws himself down into that bomb site, and this one's going to be another for OG. So we've got a T-side to tie at 5.
They got to be looking for Cadian.
Yeah.
He's done that twice. He's gotten pre-fired twice. He hit his shot once. But that's the round off that play.
Ooh, TSS gets wrecked too. So, sure enough, secured with not only 5 rounds, but 5 players up and standing.
Luckily for Heroic, again, done such a good job with the way that they spent their money. They've somehow managed to have an op, like 4 out of the 5 rounds that they lost. And now they'll get a buyback after saving 1 single time. However, this time there will be no op in play for them.
Blocking the cross. I feel like we've had a lot of the fights start to hinge on the apartments play. This time they're going to boost over the mid-smoke, looking for somebody down there. Could come to them. You see Mansu moving around. CT's with another smoke. This one makes it a little bit harder. Oh, he's right there.
Oh, man, he can't actually see him. Maybe if he comes back, they get a rotation. Thought we were watching.
Hey there, neighbor.
Okay, I didn't.
Mantu drops, kicks Cadian off of the head stack, and the 5v4 is made. Found with ease.
I'd like to see what it looked like from Mantu's perspective if he was like double scoped or what.
You could see that the second CT smoke was not nearly as comfortable for Cadian to work with because he just kept trying to inch forward to see over it.
Yeah.
He had a better angle that maybe would have given him vision over Mantu. But the second smoke messed with the setup ever so slightly. Game of millimeters, man. And that's one of those times where it definitely makes a difference. So bomb planted from OG at B. They just head on over with that first kill on Cadian. We saw Heroic just overstack the A site, and now they're going to be transitioning into a save. This is the vision of Mantu.
Wow, he barely saw him.
Just sees the hat right there.
Of course, for those who don't know at home, everyone gets a different smoke rotation. So those are those in the server as compared to Go TV. Also do 2 different things. So sometimes you'll be able to see something a player cannot. But the smoke does rotate consistently, so you'll get the same gaps at the same timings. And for Heroic, well, they got their 5. They saved 4 on this round. They'll buy next round. And OG have kind of like stabilized the situation, but the half is far from over.
Solid string here, though. Remember, this is a 4-0 start from Heroic. 2 3-round streaks broken by the single CT round win.
This is Valda versus his old team.
Yep.
Kind of is just his old org. You know, not so much his old team, but it's Nico versus his old team. And it is always nice to have someone who played under a similar IGL because then they can, it's not necessarily that the team is the same, but some of the logic might be the same. So Nico would say, like, this is what Cadian would do here. This is what Cadian likes to do. This is what I think Cadian will try next round, that kind of thing. And that's where Nico can chime in.
Back into the play with no op on the Heroic side, coming off their second timeout. This time it's a bit more aggressive, a little bit of a dazzling attempt to get up Banana. 2 3 kills off of utility straight away. And 2 of them favoring Heroic. 4 versus 3, not to mention, check out the health of 2 of these players. OG, wounded. They knew what they wanted. They decided to sign up for that Banana fight. And now maybe it's going to have to be a little Mantu magic. Jumps into the corner peak, sees the arm of a CT who may come back for a bit more info, but seeing as it's not an op on the other side, why would you? Drops a smoke grenade, and that's going to turn OG's attention elsewhere.
They're pretty bruised up here off of those HEs. But it looks like they have no plans to turn away and go over towards A. They're pretty safe on the pulse push and stuff like that because they've caught Cadian in that position. Look how slowly they're potentially moving into B with all these utilities.
A little bit of burn damage on the orange player, doesn't matter. TSS, always good for 2, man. Every time they've come to this B site, TSS has delivered a couple kills, whether that's with the A1S, whether that's with the Deagle. He's just locking in this orange spot. He's always in there. All of his frags from this side of the map have been in that one position. So it's a consistency from Heroic's B-site defense that bodes well. They're going to tie this game back up at 6, chip away some of that cash that's stacked in the coffers of OG. They got that international money.
Yeah, they do. The back-to-backs. So scrappy. So insanely scrappy to top banana control. There's nothing bad about what Heroic do. They throw their grenades, they fight for top car, and they win their trades and get almost 100 extra damage across 2 players after. And of course there are small margins where you're like, okay, maybe 2 players could have died, but in this position there's like a lot of safe grenades behind their Molotov, and they throw a corner Molotov as well, so it's a T-side Molotov to stop an op from peeking or to punish someone for standing there. So we've heard called Hobbit, and in that spot, if OG get a kill, they can't actually chase because they mollied it themselves. So they're looking to just secure top banana, but that's the fight that they asked for.
Deeper utility this time around from Heroic, and a lean from OG back to A. We've seen some heavily focused A plays from OG, utilizing apps. But maybe giving up a bit of banana control could offer them an op kill. Mantu waiting for the Cadian peak, but it doesn't come his way. I like the initiative from Heroic as well. We saw the double boiler nade stack into the back door, but nobody there from OG. They kind of sat here towards middle, and they're going to go for that minute banana control. Maybe they don't let off the tempo here either, right? We've seen them just try to cut through, and Cadian, he is alone, so he needs to be cutthroat. Drops Flamesy at first. Heroic starting to move bodies over. OG wary of a backside player, but that's not the case. There's no anchor here for Heroic. It needs to be the 5v4 retake. Alexi's going to plant that bomb. Could get out of the way before the nade lands. And it's not too bad. We've got Nico committed to inside of the pit. Alexi all the way back. Mantu on new box, and Valda towards banana. And Heroic, tons of tools to make this retake happen. Grenades galore.
Uh-oh.
Mantu, though, he's not hiding inside a quad. No, sir. He tries to take the peek, and so does Valda. 2 kills. As he just starts to wreck face. 3 frags wrapping around the construction. They want these duels. They want these kills, and they'll take them. OG back to the lead. They saw that CT set up for the retake, and they decided to make their move first and foremost.
Yeah. That's that corner. That's where you throw your HEs from on the default plan. That's the position that you need to peek out if you want to molly quad, whatever it is. Shush is there throwing his smoke for CT spawns. So a lot of the CT retake spots can be pretty predictable, but that doesn't mean that the CTs are easy to kill. In this position, Mantu has to pick a timing where he doesn't think Cadian is holding his angle, and maybe Cadian fires through the smoke in construction, and he thinks it's time to peek. But that play allows Vol to take a little bit more space, and then he goes the distance and swings deep into CT spawn. 2 ops to compensate for the fact that they are a little bit low on utility and guns and everyone else. I like it.
Cadian going to eat the flash, but he has support inside of the cubby.
They have no idea someone could be here.
Refresh, perfect timing. 2 kills to his name. Shush inside of the site as well. Stops them on the lane push. He'll die to Valda. It's a 2v5 attempt. Fire. Ooh, damn, that's close, but he's okay. Valda engulfed and still stands. Flame Z. Oh my god, he snaps it back onto Refresh. One of the 2 ops makes a sing. And Valda looking to sting in the clutch. He pushes up to the graveyard. Remember, double ops on this retake, not ideal, especially since Tesses has the pistol, but that flashbang kind of relegates Valda to the corner. He gets stuck in it, hopes the Moto peek comes in first, and that's not the case. It's the slow push on short that nets them their round win. Heroic retake for 7.
It was a great flashbang and a great round from Refresh, who picked off 2 at mid, and there was a gap here where they just had no suspicions whatsoever, maybe because they moved so quickly that Refresh was going to be in this position. Maybe they saw someone that told them the setup was different from what they know from patterns of the past. That much we can't be sure of, but that small gap in awareness is what allows Heroic to win the rounds. Now we go to the last round. I think we couldn't have it any other way. It's been such a scrappy half back and forth. Some great rounds here from Heroic. I think it's been fantastic to watch the economic management more than anything from them to pull out so many buys even as they were losing. And for OG to really make some of these negative starts end well, with they had low HP or they're in a post plant they're not supposed to win, or a combination of both. And they're kind of turning water into wine, where it feels like most teams would just slowly lose.
Smoke to block off Cadian. He quickly falls back, gives him a little bit more room in mid. Not that OG are going to take it, because they have their eyes set towards Banana. It's down, full flash, falls. Smoke comes out from the support of Tesses, and that's enough to turn the attention back from OG. Minute left on this T side, and they're looking to take it away with the lead. Cadian's curiosity gets him peeking back into middle just as OG toy with the thought of a boiler push. And now they're right here, knocking on the A side's door. Follow-up smoke, exact same position. Incendiary is the answer from Cadian. Now as well, coupled with a bit of balcony pressure, but this is utility still being thrown on each side of the A site, and it's all going to come down to this collapsible moment. Who stands at the end? Well, it won't be Alexi. Now he calls from the sidelines. Cadian inside of the site, taking damage through the boxes. Flame Z pushing up. Shush, she's got the double. 15 seconds remain, and it's just Montu left over. A 1v5 because everybody else around him dropped by this CT setup. They felt pressured from both directions, but they still hold in the center of it. 8-7, Heroic take to the T side.
Hey guys, it's Raw4 and I'm back with another pro low with Blame F. So Blame F, he was telling me the rules. He knows what's happening in this series. And therefore, are you going to get 4 out of 4?
I don't know about that, but I will definitely try my best to do better than everyone else.
Okay, well that's your aim. You want to beat everybody else, not only in the server but also in pro or low. So, ready for the first one?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, straight into the action, looks like.
Straight into the action.
I think that one is a little bit hard one because you don't see him take a lot of decisions. It's more like a lot of aim duels and, you know, just like straight up fighting people. I would say it's a pro just because he seemed very, like a very good aimer, and he seemed like he even knew that instead of like trying to like fake the bomb when you obviously didn't have time to like play time like that, then he's like went for the guy, kill the guy instant instead of trying to make a mistake like that. So I would say pro for sure.
You're right. It's pro. It's Refresh. Let's go for the second one and see if you can keep up this run.
It's Shiro's pro.
Okay, you're correct. It is Shiro, and obviously pro.
I was about to say Shiro before the clip even played, just because I thought like, yeah, he's gonna get running boost now and then kill, but I didn't want to like look like an idiot. So, but yeah, I remember that play for sure.
Okay, this is too easy. Let's watch the third one.
Okay, so yeah, going behind from short. Again, it's not easy clips you're giving me because it's just a lot of aim duels.
So much teamwork going on right now, is there?
I would have to say low because it just seemed like a bunch of individual peaks and they were 4 against 1 or something, so in reality they should wait for him to go halfway out short and then all peek him together when he cannot like get away. So because of that, I would have to say no. But the guy obviously has a solid aim.
It was actually Ziwu against Complexity. No, it's not. It is a low. You're you're correct.
Oh my god, you actually got me for a second there. I think honestly, if I had to guess, I would honestly probably say like Simple or Saiwu. I think it's one of those two. But yeah, I have to say Pro. But again, I think it's really hard because it is just a lot of aim duels. But regardless of if it's a Pro or not, like that guy has a really good aim, obviously.
It's not Simple as Saiwu, but it is a Pro player. So that means you hit the 4 out of 4. Sorry, I should tell you, it's Sam Dai Young. Probably one of the best performances we've had so far. So well played. Wow. Thank you for playing, and thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.
Didn't push. I'm gonna stay here and hug it, okay? Maybe you can watch coils for me. I get spawn.
No, I need to hold banana for a sec.
DT, 2 guys. Or 2 ruins. 2 ruins. Peeking ruins.
I'm peeking ruins for you.
He's close ruins, bro.
I'm peeking for you.
Hold CT, Valde.
On the ruins, on the coil.
I'm flushed.
One more. Oh, nice try, bro.
Nice, boys. Stop. Oh, they have double off.
Did anyone spec me, bro? My mouse like stopped shooting.
Nice, Valde.
Because you didn't have bullets left. Oh,
like
I was
only
out
saw
of
the
bullets.
type of their enforcement.
Fuck, bro, I would have had multi-kill it.
We're having like 5 conversations. Nobody knew who won the round. Oh, my mouse is disconnected. Nice shot. Oh, they don't have a kit. Oh, they have
double
no
up,
kit.
double up.
Double up.
I love it. Listen, man, that was some gentlemanly CS. I felt like we were doing, it's like capoeira. We were doing a dance while fighting at the same time. Yeah. All right, there was a couple of those crazy sloppy moments. There was a couple of just clear-cut pushes as well. OG in that post plant on the B site just, disrupted Heroic's retake. It was gentlemanly and textbook-like. Does that make sense?
I don't think it was textbook-like.
Sometimes
it was scrappy. I see the capoeira reference. I get that for sure.
Well, I peeked. I should have stopped there.
They both were fighting. They both were fighting, but it was kind of like
each other
2
space.
explosive teams coming at each other.
Man.
The same energy in that regard.
Yeah.
Cadian's Hall's push, the top banana fights and stuff like that. But for me, it really like the 5v5 rounds. It felt like OG didn't have much confidence in the slower rounds or just the 5v5s in general, and tried to just take the aggression up a notch. The weird part is they're on an 8 Inferno win streak, but watching that half, I wouldn't assume that. But it might be because they're CT side.
Yeah, maybe this is where they look to make the difference. Down, hippity hoppity all the way into the pit just to die. Well. 4 insta kills out of OG. This CT side off to a flying start, so it seems. Refresh doing what he does, running around looking for kills. But there's none. There's none today.
No, none today. No lurks to be had. I mean, even the extra $300.
It felt to me in that first half, OG were playing the T side like they just had to get enough rounds to start on the second.
It really did. It gave off those vibes, yeah. Like they're getting over with.
Yeah.
Or they just felt like, only our fast rounds are going to be good, but we know we're not going to win all of them. Let's try some of those. They relied on some crazy entries and crazy post plans.
Yep. They didn't make any gluttonous plays. They didn't try to do anything too crazy. There's a moment here and there that OG would run a risk, but all things considered, let's see if the defense is where they can really, shine.
The last time they played against Heroic, they 16-8'd them on Inferno.
Okay.
We go over to Math 2, it's a whole different story, but this is a situation where OG are winning Inferno a lot of the time. Beat a couple good teams, including FaZe twice and a really strong map versus Heroic, but already Heroic have as many rounds as they did last time. I think we'll see what happens now that we go over to CT side. If this is, is this what they were trying to do? Like, do whatever on T side and then get here, because the utility game is very strong for OG right now in Inferno on these CT setups. Oop. What the hell? That window is literally facing the other way.
I don't know, man.
Who was the other guy got screwed? It was Stown, right? He was inside of Secret, and he threw the molly directly at the wall, and it bounced back at him. Yeah.
Yeah. Nuke sat outside the Secret stairs.
Very strange.
Peculiar, bizarre,
odd.
And Mansu farm, my friend. Farm. Oh, Cadian. Nice deagle shot.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Valda feels a bit of heat here. Frag grenade could help him out. He's just going to dive down into the cover, and they will continue to come to him. One after another.
God, what? I thought for sure he was going to die. Bro, he's... No, he really dipped for a minute there. He really dipped. There was that graphic that Blast made to present it so well. Excuse me.
So, okay.
Don't make Valve feel good about this. I know you're going to say it. The shutters, they're flaring out. Maybe the incendiary would bounce down. Don't.
Okay.
Stop. Bad. I don't hear it.
Now I will bite my tongue.
Okay.
And allow for Heroic to speak their mind instead. What do you got, guys? What's the move? What's the mood? What's the play? Apartment's presence secured. CT's nearby. Valda just going to be tucked in up close. Maybe hoping that they'll try and peek beyond him. He goes for a little bit of info. Scared of whatever he sees, CT fall back. Ever so slightly, that is. Mantu just playing around the default box, and it does actually cause quite an immense rotation. FlameZ gives up a lot of space on the B site. He's got a smoke stockpile to work with. Ooh, is there not a bit of a gap in that one?
Yeah, he always throws I think that one, I guess he just offhands it, but he always leaves a gap on the right side, top of nano, and likes to basically sit in front of it. It's a one-way for the CT side, but also it means that the T's can't cross over to the left side, even if they are going to exec, which makes things very tenuous when you're trying to exec.
Well, we get Heroic rocking the boat back to A, and that's where OG look to draw the line in the sand. They've stacked up two between Library and Arch with smoke soon to fade. They regain vision, then they've got 15 seconds to make this hold happen. Mantu inside sight, not going to be able to get a second. Nico with the multi-kill, but Refresh alleviates the pressure, and he duels versus Valda, losing his head and giving over the 1v2 to Stown. He gets bomb and plants it. Coming off of that with 57 health, he gets attacked from the side, swings wide, sprays wildly, can't nail it with the AK, but the Glock, well, that's what he's got. And then the jump from FlameZ gets it done. OG take their 10th.
They can taste the fall finals. Everyone can feel it right now. It's making for a very messy experience. Okay, but up until that point, Valda looked insane. We can just forget about it. We can totally wipe that.
If everybody
goes down and Valda can agree to never talk about that round.
Everybody
all their dead teammates are watching.
Yeah, let's forget that little duel happened between those two, and it's all good. Still high level CS. Nervous laughter. This is what happens when these guys are playing, knowing that soon you all will be joining us. You guys add a lot of pressure.
You do, yeah.
Saying.
No, you are actually what CS is about. You. That's right, you.
Listening right now.
You.
You think like, oh, he's talking about the guy. No, I'm talking about you.
Remember that. You matter.
Wow. Of course.
Not you.
I kid.
I meant them, not you.
Oh. Fast contact into the B site. No warning sign whatsoever here, so Alexi better be ready. He cuts down Tesses, waiting for the player to come around Coffins. Won't get a chance to offer a second. Shush. Oh, he gets a kill onto FlameZ up close in the smoke, and then looks to lay down another, but he catches the jump as well. Shush doing it all. 3 kills for him, and he gets OG to turn away. They just burst into that B site like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, that was a sick round from Shush off those entries, flying in, creating space, and of course just causing a nightmare here for Alexi. He throws his incendiary down defensively. It's really beautiful stuff. And FlameZ just plays a little bit too much around the smoke, doesn't give himself the chance to shoot back, and I think is partially trying to dodge flashes. And you know, whenever the smoke's a little poofy, you start to get nervous, like, all right, they're probably going to expect this. I might get spammed here, but not always position you want to second guess yourself. No chance for the retake, and this round is all about Shush.
Yeah, man, he looked indomitable. He just couldn't be stopped. flew around the bomb site doing as he wanted to. Got ahead of every single play.
One of the 2 new pickups, of course, for Heroic, and a lot of people looked at it as like to replace Nico and Borup, and it was kind of looked at as maybe a lateral move at best. But honestly, they both have just been so insanely impressive, and I think in especially their recent form, particularly with Refresh, they've been just the straight-up stars of the show. Well, this buy does not look very nice here for OG. They have the 1-op to work with, but an MP9, a pistol for Nico. They'll need to make this off do work. And Heroic might not be totally in tune with how much money they have left over, but if I was them, I'd be calling an anti-force buy strat first and just seeing if any guns can show themselves, though they are going to be completely aware of the fact that there is an op in play.
Okay, going to play the boost. Oh, and it works out for them. Just a little bit more of a gap. Remember, we saw a moment where Cadian was trying to look over top of one of those. This one actually has a slit down the side. And OG will be better off because of it. 5 versus 4. They rotate Alexi closer to the B site. Mantu's standing in the open right now. And here it comes. Another quick pop from Heroic. Just looking to catch him off guard. Shot lands, but Shush stands. Not for very much longer. Now Cadian trying to challenge deep into the CT, but it's 3 kills off the MP9. Excuse you? Through smoke into his own spawn?
Yeah. And he actually killed the first guy, too, so he was trying to refrag that spawn player.
Oh, and then the off just ends it. Mantu ready to hold that line. How does Flamesy get away with those?
Ridiculous. I feel like we say that a lot with Flamesy. He just gets these absurd kills. Flying Mach 10 in the first half.
That one fine.
I'm pretty sure he's like fully...
This one okay.
He literally is transferring. Yeah, he literally is transferring to someone at CT that just killed his teammate. So full credit. And it's dead on.
But yeah.
That was sick.
With the...
That's sick, actually.
How did...
MP9. Long-range weapon. My favorite long-range weapon, the MP9.
This kid's a magician.
That's one thing that is good about him. He doesn't care about walls, he doesn't care about smoke, he doesn't care about ammo. And that's honestly one of the most underutilized resources, I think, in the game.
Ammo?
Ammo. Because, for example, in that last round where Tessus is spamming through the side of the smoke, while he's spamming, they can't boost. Oh, wait, hold on.
Op fight. Ooh, and Cadian's going to take it. Big man down. Heroic. They actually stick around in top brackets for a moment. Cadian's going to turn this op's attention towards Banana. Oh. A warning shot.
So that jump spot wasn't perfect.
Yeah, you better back up, kid. Cadian's coming. There's that smoke, Flamesy. Trying to play close.
He always plays around it, and the CT is going to have an advantage, but you can get pre-fired.
Heroic on a marathon, man, running all the way back.
Oh, look. It looks like they might be reading this correctly. They got Heroic to run away. Flamesy's pulling the goalie on the B site. Some nades are going to sail over A, and it looks like they might run into 4.
Still a man advantage. Nico playing inside of the pit. He'll cut down Refresh first. Don't forget, Shush only working with the Deagle. Now tagged load. Oh, but Stown comes in from balcony, and he's going to try to challenge into the bomb site. It's that nice slim pillar of cover that Valda looks to lock in with, and sure enough, down goes Shush. Alexi in to help, and Stown just stagnant on the bout. 6 seconds left. He needs to get this kill. Valda is such a nuisance.
He's so annoying. He's actually so annoying. That was played perfectly by him. I love how he drops in front of the pillar as well, instead of trying to refrag from that position, but he is just laser sharp.
He played it like there wasn't 3 people staring at him. Yeah, he played it like they weren't shooting shots right by him.
That was gross. In a good way.
He waited for Shush's
like sloppy
peak.
Joes.
And then even when he extends out, man, oh my goodness, Valda.
Look at that Polish smile.
How dare he. All right, individuals of OG starting to step up a little bit. It's going to leave Heroic worse for wear.
I think they do make a good read on that one, too. That was 4v5.
You said 8-round streak on Inferno?
Yeah.
Trying to make it 9. Oh, but they get deleted. Shush pushes right through the fire. Mantu combat opping, dies out to Tessets. And Valda, of course, going to get 2 kills before bomb will be retrieved. But now Tesses has an op.
Yeah.
And we've got a little underground gremlin in Cadian's dual Berettas. Nobody from the CT side is going to be coming his direction, so soon enough he needs to come join Tesses, who has that op and who hits the first shot. Falls away ever so slightly and just looks to lock in this bomb.
They have one smoke on it, but it'll still be hard to cover properly.
Smoke goes too deep.
Bad, yeah.
It bounces, and Tesses, well, he misses the shot. Drop to 14 health. Cadian ready to swing with the dual Berettas. Not ideal, but now that Tesses gets the kill, maybe, just maybe. Cadian's position still unknown to Flamesy. And now that he comes back trying to defuse this, Cadian easy swap into the gun and easy close. A force by win from Heroic off of just the Tech 9s.
That was a mistake in that 2v2 where he got the op off the angle and then didn't hold it. He should have trusted his teammate to clear whatever else, but that was a position where bombs planted for lane first and foremost, and yeah, they can't find the other guy, but they probably needed to also respect the fact that they had this space, and here's Tessis just come back into it. No one's spotting him, and it's a free op shot, right? So they play it scared even though they don't need to. Discombobulated in the 2v2, and Heroic get into it off of a force-up, so their money's looking good too.
Well, this is the one thing.
Oh, he found the timing.
Silver lining. Valda kept his gun from the last round. 5-7, can't get a second. Valda looking to join with the players of Banana, caught off by Shush.
Oh my god. They killed him because he thought he was a B flanker.
Unlucky. Ooh, down. Nice little micro adjustment. Flamesy head popped.
What was that chicken noise? It was like someone stepped on it or something.
Who's stepping on chickens? I didn't hear no chickens. OG trying to rotate into the B site. Maybe they could still get in here. Maybe they can offer us another kill. But Heroic, far too well equipped. Oh, the flash is good. But Alexi dies regardless. Close shots. Down spams through. Heroic to 11. The lead cut to just 1. And the CT side still not ready to come back in with the purchase. So this win streak on Inferno is in question. Their chances of getting it all the way to the Royal Arena.
And the rifle dying in halls with the op to support on the site, giving Tessis that round, and Tessis being able to pull off that insane play with it to not only get the bomb plant but win a duel in the retake as well. All while Heroic were not even investing everything they had, has resulted in this, a chance back into the game.
Ooh. Trickery. I want to see Heroic come to Arch just to see it.
Me too.
I just want to see it.
I feel like it doesn't usually work out, but
I know.
It's going to be like one dude.
I just want to see, like, especially, like, so I'm excited now that we've got these crazy stacks like that. Imagine that with the new ragdoll effects.
Oh.
Like that guy on top just does like a double, triple backflip, Russian
like
pirouette. You know, it's honestly, it can be quite cinematic, and not to toot our own horn, but Blast has got some good cinematics. Yeah. Try to give you that that IMAX experience. But alas, poor Yorick. Heroic going to work over towards the B site, find it for completely free. Not a single point of damage really done. It's all about Stown, lining him up. OG, the lead has slipped away. 12 rounds all.
Well, they're playing it together, not trying to give up any kills for free.
Trying to keep the players on the bomb site so the bomb pops and maybe kills one. But they'll only get Tesses dead. So sure enough, 12 as expected, secured here. And Heroic's T-side, very well funded at this point. Lots of money in the bank accounts. CT's finally back into the purchase of their own, but we got to see a step up from OG. It's now been 3 in a row for Heroic. And the last 2, they survived with 4 players, so...
Yeah, the only thing is that it's 3 in a row, but they won only off the pistols and then had 2 ecos. So they didn't win a rifle round in any of those 3 rounds.
Well, maybe that changes now. Heroic playing pretty quick off of Stown.
Yeah, they're kind of bringing some of that same OG energy on their T side with how fast they've gone into the B execs.
Dangerous game.
Yeah, this is where the HEs are coming in a lot. Dropped back in the spawn, but they're going to sit and wait. Wonder if that one goes over the roof.
Alexi. Yo! Jump peek, smoke down into the front of it. Stown trying to get down into the pit, but he's blinded. Good kills coming in from the CTs, but that frag, woof, could have been way worse. Alexi B backs up, and it looks like the retake is on. Solid hold, all things considered. Heroic tried to stick to that quick pace and definitely caught Stown. He never even had a chance to find impact this time. Mantu on a late banana play, still sitting at the bottom of middle, so there's definitely going to be pressure on this construction push, and the incendiary kind of burns Alexi away from his teammate for now. But a nice spam through into Shush, that helps. Tap back from TessS, bomb quickly ticking, and they're going to give themselves a smoke. TessS playing behind this. They're just trying to goose egg this bomb, trying to sit on it long enough to deny any defuse. Valda's going to create a little bit of panic, kills out TessS, knife out as they run through, but that's all they need. The bomb pops. Heroic to 13.
Damn, they held that utility so well there. That late incendiary that comes into construction just to screw with, again, that CT retake utility. I mean, the CTs have this figured out where they've got nades for basically every spot on the site. But even with these kills coming down, they throw one late incendiary that separates Alexi from his teammate. And then this one in front of second oranges is so cute as well. They have the bomb planted first oranges, spam potential there so they don't feel comfortable defusing. And it's pretty much already too late. So not drawing that out early enough was a problem for them, and it looked like the hold was really good. That's a 3v4 post-plant win for Heroic, and it cost them some money, but they have so much. They have so much left over. They've got almost 9K on 4 players. So even though OG saved a couple of guns, it's going to be a much worse buy for them than Heroic.
So there's the gun round win we were looking for. There's the evidence. After you.
Canadian moment.
I hate those. Canadians, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Not moments.
Double up, M4, couple of pit. Oh, Jesus, Mantu. Quick pick into mid.
In underpass.
And the jump hop back into bomb site.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's a ridiculous pre-aim.
Sayonara, sucker. Valda posted up on Arch, about to get challenged. Shush keeps it clean. Nico's pistol, good for the one. And now Mantu looking for more. He's got a second. Pops up. They've got him locked into the graveyard. And now he's got 2 targets, so everybody's confirmed. But they got a little closer, and Stown takes his head off. That's the bomb trying to get in. Such little HP for Shush to work with because of the challenge on Valda. Oh, Valda hit the headshot, but the AK bested the M4. Flang Z close on Arch, and we get this wraparound from Alexi B. Looking to play off a balcony. He loses his teammate, but now they both know. And a smoke in front of him creates a little bit of ambiguity. Stown's going to use this as an exit opportunity and run it all the way to B.
Yeah, and Alexi gets off the site as well. This is kind of an interesting spot. He's literally running over towards B at the same speed, so there might be a timing for him. However, he's down at the bottom of banana, so reads the situation correctly, but Stown thinks just as quickly and now moves off into spawn. And I don't think he knows exactly where Alexi is, but he's making sure that it can't be something late from this position. I mean, Alexi, this will be a hard one to read.
Yeah, if he doesn't... Oh, yeah, Stown coming back. He didn't see him in the CT spawn. If you haven't seen him in CT yet, then odds are he took banana. But the wraparound construction could still give him time. Alexi, he could just figure this one out. Whittle down the Options forced down, who's kind of peeled between directions, but he hits it, and Heroic, they'll find themselves on fire. Stown uses that chance to exit the A site, lock it in on B, and give Heroic a very real chance at stealing away Inferno. This shot from Montu.
So insane. I mean, he's waiting just for that, right? And the Incendiary gives him a chance, but this is a mistake for Montu still. As much as he was in a position to, like, you know, I mean, he was doing a lot of damage and getting his kills. At that moment where they're trying to scale up lane, like, they're going to try to post on him. So for him to keep popping up, I mean, I'm surprised he didn't die the first 3 times. But then the 4th time, he should have been waiting for his team in that favored situation to come into court.
2 more to go.
I know he tosses that flash, but you can't trust that flash. Not when someone's standing behind a pillar.
Yeah. Got a Mag 7 on Valda. That's what's going to be locking on Arch. Mantu, same position, looking for redemption. Finds Tesses first. 2 more targets to take down from the apartments. Mantu tries to fall back and will get away. 48 health still to work with. Not to mention man advantage. CTs to just the flashbangs. That's all they've got left for utility. Terrorist side, a single smoke on Shush. But they also have time as a resource here. Heroic, they fall silent. And Valda can't really justify trying to dig away too much information. What are you going to do? Fight down mid with the Mag 7? Nah, you have to wait.
Hell, I mean, Heroic would love for them to try to re-aggro mid.
They're going to swing on him. And I mean, that Mag 7, not meant for the multi-kills, so Valda, you better take one with you. He gets the first, but then, of course, Cadian scopes in close, 25 seconds, and they're going to sprint this one over to B. They've got a player boosted at Alexi in the bomb site. If he can draw attention, then maybe FlameZ can go big. He hits another dink, but Cadian still stands, doing such a good job of trading. Alexi on the close corner, sprays away, but Shush gets the best of him. Then the banana player falls, and Cadian has been omnipresent. 3 kills with this sniper, locks it in for Nico, 1v2. Such little health to deal with, but Heroic, they split. And Nico's going to try to turn his attention. Headshot from Shush and a 15th for Heroic.
Oh my god, no way. They still won. I can't even believe Shush wins that duel. Alexi's sitting on top of default. They must think it's free at that point. They got 1 kill here. They got Montu got his kill in Hall. It's a 3v5. And some great trade as well from Cadian. And also for Cadian to be holding on to Banana. Montu just swings out like, all right, well, maybe there's a time for me here. But Alexi's literally dead on top of default. Oh, my God. Absolute heartbreaker. That would have been defending against 15.
Heroic know it. About to cut that streak a little short of 10. OG double MP9, decent enough on grenades, but they've also got this close player in Boiler that Refresh could either kill or get caught off by. He's going to come clear this. Refresh, Spidey senses tingling, peeks down into it, executes Nico with ease.
Such a nice approach. So careful.
Oh, and then the smoke. They thought they had a little bit more cover. They come around the corner and die out. Now the last that remains for OG is going to be Mantu in a 1 versus 4. He's spamming shots as well, so they know that B is clear for the taking. Bomb not far from it, and this eventual peek out from Refresh, well, that's the way it ends. 16-12, Heroic robbing away Inferno, and they find themselves a single map win away from a jam-packed Royal Arena.
That's huge. That was insane. I mean, some of those mid-rounds, it was a little bit of OG, man. Like, in that first half, OG got away with so many close rounds, so many unfavored situations. Heroic do the same thing in the second half, showing that they can pull off similar great plays in the mid-round, and their individual showed up in a massive way, and that's all off the back of one, Tech-9 Eco out balcony, dude, breaks the economy, 3 rounds, and then they don't let go.
Right through the fire, right through the flames. And soon enough, maybe, just maybe, to the Royal Arena. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. OG, they know how to fight tooth and nail. So up next, we'll have Overpass. Stay tuned.